Elon Musk is mad because community notes is increasingly being gamed by governments and legacy media. Working to fix this, it should be utterly obvious that Zelensky-controlled poll about his own approval is not credible. If Zelensky was actually loved by the people of Ukraine, he would hold an election. He knows he would lose in a landslide, despite having seized control of all the Ukrainian media, so he canceled the election. In reality, he's despised by the people of Ukraine, which is why he has refused to hold an election. He's mad that community notes end up undermining his position, so he's probably going to try and delete it. Elon Musk is also extensively having a crash out on the timeline once again, having another cave diver, Thailand cave diver moment. Here it is. This is Andreas Mogensen criticizing Elon Musk by saying, "What a lie." I know I'm going to get to the Grimes stuff too. Don't worry. Hold on. Here he is actively yelling at an astronaut. Elon Musk famously, alongside Donald Trump, said, he's going to help rescue these astronauts. They were left up there for political reasons. Andreas Mogensen says, "What a lie." And from someone who complains about the lack of honesty from mainstream media, to which he responded with, "You are fully R-worded." To be fair, he can say it. He is neurodivergent. It's his word. SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. This is a 50-year-old man, by the way. I think if you're 50 years old and you say this word in public, you should probably get a timeout. You know what I mean? Just a timeout. Like all jokes aside. If you are 50 years old and you're saying this word, come on. Like, what are we doing here? Jesus Christ. Anyway, SpaceX could have brought them back several months ago. I offered this directly to the Biden administration and they refused. Return was pushed back for political reasons. Idiot. Elon, I have long admired you and what you have accomplished, especially at SpaceX and Tesla. You know as well as I do that Butch and Suni are returning with Crew 9, as has been the plan since last September. Even now, you are not sending up a rescue ship to bring them home. They are returning on the Dragon capsule that has been on the ISS since last September. Just to make this clear, the Musk lie about the astronauts isn't SpaceX offered a mission. The lie is that NASA, even Biden didn't want SpaceX to bring the astronauts home because he know like Elon, even though that's exactly what NASA did during Biden, which off rip tells you how absurd this dumbass lie is. Why would NASA pay for a whole new crew, Dragon mission, $200 million plus to interrupt the ISS schedule to bring astronauts back a few months earlier for no reason, when they could just leave them on the ISS for free, put them to work on the station, and bring them back on the next scheduled Dragon, which is what they decided. Answer that question or shut the f up. This wasn't done because of politics. You are the liar, Elon Musk replies, and the people you cite were not party to the discussions. Liar. Hey, I think you forgot to read the part where I said answer that question or shut the f up. You can't get owned by a dude who's literally paying for Twitter Blue and wears a bow tie on your own platform that you purchased, man. That is crazy. How is that even, like, you're getting destroyed by a child who paid for a blue check mark to post on your own platform. Oh my God. I can't tell if this is him drunk on power or high on ketamine. It's just so strange that Elon Musk says things about people and then those people come out and they're like, "You're wrong. You're lying about this. Shut the fuck up." And he goes, "You're R-worded. I owned you." Also, Elon is definitely doing great. Here he is at CPAC. It's like doing Dark MAGA. Dark MAGA. Let's take a look at what he had to say at CPAC.
And have like a sense of humor, So, I mean, the sort of the left wanted to make comedy illegal, Yeah. Like you can't.
The left wanted to make comedy illegal. I, on the other hand, am loving the comedy. Dark MAGA. Everyone loves to talk about how you want to make comedy legal again until somebody posts that picture of the revolver pointing directly at Elon Musk as he's exiting a New York City high rise. And then all of a sudden, comedy is illegal now. What happened?
You can't make fun of anything. So then it's like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of
comedy sucks. Oh God, I hate him. I hate him so much. I can't stand it. I can't stand this motherfucker, bro. But it doesn't end there. Here is Grimes, whose tweets you might not be able to see any longer. Grimes says, "Please respond about our child's medical crisis. I'm sorry to do this publicly, but it is no longer acceptable to ignore the situation. This requires immediate attention. If you don't want to talk to me, can you please designate or hire someone who can so that we can move forward on solving this? This is urgent, Elon." I'm not giving any details, but he won't respond to texts, calls, or emails, and has skipped every meeting, and our child will suffer lifelong impairment if he doesn't respond ASAP. So I need him to respond. If I have to apply public pressure, then I guess that's where we're at. And while this is this is Grimes' last resort here, Elon Musk has done this instead. Made those posts unavailable, it seems, lowering her visibility. Isn't that cool? They get to do whatever the they want, dude. It's awesome. Billionaires. Have you taken him to Pete's doctor and then gotten a second opinion? I usually mix opinions with general physicians. The other tweets that she posted are not visible, just the yes. How the hell is this not the case for full custody? I'll tell you how. Elon Musk is rich, and when you're rich, they let you do whatever the want. Quite literally. When you are rich, you can do whatever you want. You can mistreat your little human shield to any degree that you want to, and there's no one that can say anything about it or do anything about it. And the mother can't even complain about it privately or get any legal recourse here. And she can't even complain about it publicly because guess what? Elon will limit your visibility. Elon is completely shadow banned Grimes. I don't know if this is correct. I can still find her tweets, just not all of them. Oh, it now says the post was deleted by this post was deleted by the post author. Before it said the visibility was limited somehow. They have 3 children together. Yes. I'm suspecting that Elon Musk has only done in vitro fertilization because he has 13 children, and I think all 13 are were assigned male at birth. Vivian is trans. No, 2 of them weren't per Evan. Okay, with the exception of maybe like the first 2. I don't know. Also, what the is techno machinus? I mean, actually, what the is techno machinus? That should be illegal, dude. Like, that's one of those things where you're like, this is what I want to name my child. And then when you're trying to type it in, when you try to type that in, the system goes, and it automatically alerts Child Protective Services, and they just take the custody away. No disrespect to Grimes, or automatically give the custody to Grimes, I guess. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I feel like Grimes would totally be down with Techno Mechanicus. XAEAX2. Exa Dark Side Rail. Techno Mechanicus.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw! I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, what is happening, man? Does nobody see what I'm seeing? Like, when I see this kind of shit, I'm like, dude, like, I'm trying so hard not to be ableist. And you know, I got a little bit of that tism in me too, okay? 124, but goddamn, things could be so much worse. Holy shit, dude. This guy literally is running around and undermining autism representation in spectacular ways, dude. Holy he's the king to these people. He's a embarrassment, but they all got to kneel at his feet. I just don't understand. I don't understand how people don't look at this and go, Jesus Christ, what is happening? What is going on? In my immediate life, if I knew someone that liked Elon Musk with all of these shenanigans, if I showed any of this, even if they were like kind of agnostic on Elon Musk initially or something, right? They were Elon Musk agnostic, and then they saw this and they responded positively, I think I would have them institutionalized. It's one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Like, you need a lobotomy. If you look at this and you think like, oh, he's so cool. He's the coolest. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how stupid people can get. This is shit that the dumbest guy can look at and go, yeah, this guy's not all right.
I'm living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme. And it's pretty much what's happening, you know?
I'm living the meme. CPAC, of course, was filled to the brim with morons, people who were maybe high on copious amounts of ketamine or other kinds of drugs, Elon Musk, and of course, Nazis. And here is a Nazi who has felt left out since Elon Musk has been sig-heiling a lot and once again retaining the favor of all of the worst losers online. That Nazi is Steve Bannon. Let's take a look at what he did.
The City of London, right here. This is not beatable. You can't. The only way we lose is if we quit. The only way we don't have victory if we surrender. The only way that they win is we retreat. And we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight, fight, fight.
By the way, Steve Bannon replicates Elon Musk's controversial salute to CPAC. Just say it's a Nazi salute, man. What is happening? Why are we doing this? Like, I like that the media just keeps refusing to recognize exactly what this is. Oh, it's a controversial salute. Like, just say what it is, man. Your job is to say the truth. What the are we doing here? There is already internal drama between Steve Bannon and Elon Musk. Bannon hates Musk. Musk is doing everything Bannon wanted to do. Musk's Twitter is a more effective far-right narrative machine compared to Breitbart. DOGE is doing what Bannon wanted to do. This is correct. I've read extensively into the background of Steve Bannon, and I've talked about him quite a bit last time around. Steve Bannon feels a little bit sidelined. I mean, he, after all, went to jail for his loyalty, right? Or at least for, doing some side deals. But Steve Bannon was Donald Trump's guy, right? First time around. He got him big donors, the Mercers specifically. Like, he helped them out. He is part of the reason why Donald Trump became president the first time. Steve Bannon is the OG Nazi here. Having said that, Elon Musk was able to, with all of his wealth, purchase Twitter and turn it into a much more effective, much larger Nazi-creating machine. Elon Musk also was able to actively undermine the regulatory agencies and destroy the federal apparatus in ways that Steve Bannon could never dream of. This is part of the reason why Steve Bannon keeps saying that Elon Musk is a parasitic illegal immigrant who should be cast aside, who should be kicked out. Except when directly asked about Elon Musk, he, of course, will also say stuff like, oh, actually, he's great. He's doing a great job. I'm still skeptical of him. I think this is a reasonable take on what's going on. There's great karma in the fact that Bannon was replaced by an immigrant from Africa to boot. I mean, all jokes aside, that is the real resentment that Bannon has for Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is doing everything that he dreamt of doing, everything that he wasn't even able to successfully do. What? I don't know about this part, but Steve Bannon did actually actively get, Steve Bannon, when he was working at Goldman Sachs, it was responsible for Goldman Sachs investing in gold farming in China, I think, for wow. He literally did do that. That is real. What is this? It's one of the last books I've read many, many years ago at this point. Was it Devil's Bargain, I believe? Great book. Oh, you were just giving a nerd example of how he got ditched. Okay. Steve Bannon also saw importance in, he looked at Gamergate after his experiences with the gold farmers and like the gaming community in general, and thought, we could probably use these guys to do free media online. That was somewhat effective. I think that now, especially, that has become a prominent fixture of the Trump campaign. But now he's getting sidelined by Elon Musk, who somehow is just as repulsive as Steve Bannon, for the record, and has, in a different way, also a horrifying sense of style. Their sartorial decisions are shocking to me, okay?
And that's what Elon Musk has been doing with DOGE. And he took the stage yesterday at CPAC with a chainsaw, demonstrating essentially what he's been doing.
Cool. Oh, it was so cool.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
So the guy on stage with him that's waving, that's the president of Argentina, and he gifted Elon that blinged out chainsaw that Elon was holding up, because both of them are known for cutting wasteful
Did in his
spending.
country.
Right. My problem with Milu is he's tight with China, and he's reaffirming things with China, but he...
My problem with Melu, god damn, dude. My problem with Melu is that he's tight with China. Professional political commentators love that, dude. Love that. Okay, Brian. I'm Brian. Kill me.
People ask me, what's the most surprising thing that you've encountered when you go to D.C., when you're in D.C.? And I said, well, the most surprising thing is the scale of the expenditures. And actually...
How is that surprising? You are the expenditure recipient. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's so surprising that these dumbasses give me unlimited funds. That's surprising. Like, no, it's not surprising to you. You demand more of it. As a matter of fact, now with all of the extra control that you have over federal expenditures, you are going to get more of it. I hate this. We're just cutting out the middlemen, okay? All Elon is doing is putting a chainsaw to the corporate lobbyists by basically coming in and going, all right, you know what? We've decided we don't even need the corporate lobbyists. We'll do it ourselves. We'll just directly be in the room. Malay, the poverty rate was 40%. Now it's at a 40-year high of 52%. This is libertarian economics at work. Excuse me. That means instead of 40% of the public having to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, now you got 52% of the public having to pick themselves up by their bootstraps. That's a good thing. That means more Sigma grind set. Hello, bigger number is better. Did we forget? I am so confused. What a confusing prospect for me. A person who is dumb and thinks right wing good, left wing bad.
How easy it is to, when you add caring and competence where it was absent before, you can actually save billions of dollars, sometimes in an hour.
Yeah.
Like it's wild, but obviously it just shows that they really lack empathy for the average taxpayer who's working hard, paying taxes, and then they say, oh, $1 million doesn't matter. I'm like, I think it matters a lot to people, you know. So what are you talking about?
So I'm so conflicted about DOGE because on one hand, of course, I support everything that was happening, but I feel like it's in the rundown every single day. I'm like, oh, it's DOGE, 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 DOGE. And then I go out there and I talk with the American people every single day, and that's all they're talking about is DOGE. People that are not really political, they want to see where the money is going. They want the waste to go away. And I think there's this spirit amongst Americans now. When they look at their circumstance, they look at their family struggling, some of them living paycheck to paycheck, and they see some of this outrageous spending, they're wondering why they haven't gotten some of that money. I think it's the top story every single day for a reason. It's something that resonates with American people.
Yeah, and Elon Musk said it's going to save Medicare. It's going to save Social Security. He said this is not optional. It is essential. He said treating the government's money is no different than the way you would treat your check.
Bro, this is actually nutty. It's so crazy, man. We are so cooked. Like, anyone that believes this is the most cooked person on the planet. For example, $1 spent on the IRS returns to the government coffers like tenfold. That means we can spend more money on initiatives like fixing the goddamn potholes, fixing education, any number of different things that are infinitely more helpful for regular Americans. The greatest example of this is Elon Musk claiming that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, needed to be dismantled. It had a $1 billion budget. It's true, it did. They had only used $250 million of the $1 billion budget so far. Elon said, we're going to cut this. Okay, we're going to cut this regulatory body that was an absolute necessity that was put in place after the financial crisis of 2008. Elon Musk said, we're taking this away. We're taking this regulatory agency away from the American public. That agency with a $1 billion budget, only using $200 million so far, was able to claw back $21 billion of ill-gotten gains through fraud and abuse from corporations that were f***ing over the American consumers and deliver it back to the American consumers. So for $1 billion, they returned to the American consumers $21 billion directly. It's not even the IRS at this point. Directly back into your pockets. Now, Elon Musk, on the other hand, claims that, oh, well, there's still $700 million in the tank. Let's just give it to the American people directly. Okay, you get $3 in return. The f*** are you talking about? What serves a better purpose? Billions of dollars of stolen revenue returned back to the consumers for the meager price of $250 million? With an agency that could continue working. Clearly, corporate corruption has not gone away. They're still doing fraud. Or $3 in your pocket. What do you think is better? What do you think is a smarter use of resources? The reason why I explain this process is because it is one of the clear-cut. It's an example that they refuse to reckon with because there is no defense of it. It is such an obvious instance of eliminating an agency that was protecting consumers from billionaire corporations and billionaires that were stealing from you. People like Elon Musk and his buddies hated the CFPB, and they wanted to eradicate it, and then you'll get $3 in return. When the agency existed, you were getting hundreds of dollars in regular frequency if people were stealing from you. If corporations were stealing from you, CFPB goes in, they forcibly claw back those instances of theft and give it back to you. It's basically like good cops, okay? Good finance cops. Think about that. But of course, as the case, the only cops that do get defunded are ones that work in the field of finance, in the regulatory agencies.